a health and wellness lesson 2. As we continue to move throughout this semester, we've talked about how at this time, anytime we have a change in seasons and the weather changes, maybe we're inside a little bit more, our schedules may be adjusting. We're also in the middle of the semester, high academic load, high athletic load, whether I'm in season preparing for opponents or I'm off season and I'm preparing in the off season with a high training volume that's required of me to be able to adapt. Regardless of where I am, in season, off season, paying close attention to health and its implications on my overall lifestyle can really pay dividends for performance. So if you remember from last week, what we talked about is health and wellness as the foundation of higher order types of athletic qualities. Okay, so at the bottom of this pyramid, the idea of if I can double down and make sure that everything about my life in terms of being healthy, clean, rested, that's going to lay the foundation for my physical qualities and the development of my physical qualities, my technical and tactical work on the field, on the ice, on the court, and then also my mental capacity to be able to handle things when it's good and when it's bad. What we're trying to do is to get to high performance. That's the consistent execution of what I'm required to do. So if I have a responsibility on the floor, on the court, on the field, I have the ability to execute that. And the same thing holds true for coaches, for teachers, any professional. Today, within health and wellness, we really want to talk specifically about the idea of hygiene and my living environment. Okay, so quickly, hygiene is essentially a set of practices or behaviors, whatever it may be, that increase the likelihood of me being healthy. It could be hand washing. It could be washing our sheets. It could be diligently taking care of my food when I'm preparing it and cleaning up from eating, storing food. Overall hygiene are just my day-to-day practices of how I live. And when I have good hygiene, my health should improve and stay quality. Okay, going into the environment aspect, if you remember some of our conversations about sleep, our environment is essentially the space that we occupy. So my bedroom, my dorm room, my locker, my vehicle, maybe even my office. Okay, so if I can, just like hygiene, if I can take care of my environment, health is going to rise, and then even further downstream, performance is going to improve. Now, there are some cases when we think about both hygiene and environment where I can actually have good hygiene and a good environment, and that's what we want. That's certainly what we want. Okay, but there's also sometimes, but maybe I'm washing my hands and I'm doing everything right, but my room is just gross, or my bathroom is not being cleaned very well, or maybe I have a really clean bedroom, but I just don't wash my hands and I'm a dirty person. Okay, or worst case scenario, maybe I have poor hygiene habits and my locker, my car, whatever that is, maybe just kind of unsanitary. What we want to do is to really diligently practice good hygiene and then have a good environment. And that's going to help me over time. Some low-hanging fruit, things that we can do with minimal effort but have massive returns, good investment for us. Think about cleaning sheets weekly. Throw them in the laundry, get them clean. They're going to feel really great when you hop in clean sheets too. Clean sheets weekly. Change our toothbrush at minimum once every 3 months. That's going to help avoid the bacteria that may develop on that, and it's going to help the inside of my mouth stay clean and healthy. Just like my sheets, let's wash our towels weekly. Okay. Big one with food preparation, food storage, and then just taking care of my eating areas. When we cook food, when we prepare food, when we store food, we need to follow best practices. So if something needs to be in the refrigerator or frozen, we need to make sure we do that. We don't want to leave milk out and then try to come back and consume it. At the same time, let's say I'm preparing certain types of food like chicken. Following that preparation, I need to make sure I'm diligent with cleaning up after myself so we don't run into anything with salmonella or any other type of bacteria. In this area, it'd be really neat to talk to our nutrition staff because they'll give you a lot of really good tips and options for that as well. We've talked extensively, especially during the COVID era, about washing our hands around meals, just generally through the day. If you cross a hand sanitizer station, get some hand sanitizer. And then finally, this is a big one, especially as the seasons change, especially as flu season and cold season increases. consider not having pets on couches, on beds, or any furniture that you may be sitting. You think about pets, we love our pets, but pets are all over, and sometimes they may track certain things. And if they're on the couch and we lay down on the couch, we may get that on us. So just consider that during this period of time. Okay, so weekly public service announcement also about the flu shot, and this parallels health and performance. Okay, so right now we've mentioned changing season, flu season, cold season is picking up. Flu vaccinations are all around. We can go to a local pharmacy. There's different clinics here on campus that we can visit. But a couple different facts here, part 2 about the flu and the flu vaccine, is we need to understand that the flu vaccine, the flu shot, does not cause the flu. In fact, the material that's in the vaccination, in the shot, is actually a dead flu virus. So it cannot reproduce. It cannot cause the flu virus. Okay. Like we talked about last time, every single year, the flu kind of changes, and the vaccine is made and it's engineered to combat the variant of flu that we expect to be most prevalent for this year. So because of that, we need to get a flu shot every single year to provide us protection. And then it's virtually safe for everybody. The CDC, if you remember, those are the guys that are really working to research medicine, research different things to keep us healthy. They're recommending and actually saying it is truly safe for children of any age, okay, elderly people, okay, who sometimes may actually have maybe a suppressed immune system. It's safe. And then even pregnant women who are taking care of themselves, obviously, but also their little one. Okay, so it's very, very safe. Some things we can think about as we're considering taking the flu vaccine. The biggest thing we'll talk about throughout this month, let's take care of ourselves. Health, wellness are the foundation for performance.